Hi guys, wee Bob here, trying to get that to focus. So it's Friday vlog time, and this is me drawing and vlogging at the same time, trying to come up with something specific to talk about, and coming on here and trying to make it a wee bit more relaxed, let my kids run about if need be, if you hear budgies in the background, such as life. But it means I'm on here, and you can see me, you can say hello. Let's see if this doesn't lag or stall while I'm doing this. We will see, but I'm having cutting my head. No, that's not why I'm wearing the hat. I just like wearing hats because I've got less hair these days. Anyway, I'm going to draw while I talk, and this is a guy called Bob Wakelin. So you're going to see in real time, to be honest, because I'm not going to speed it up or anything. It's just going to be done in parts. I'll just carry this on next Friday when I do my next vlog. Um, but Bob Wakelin was a freelance professional artist and illustrator, and he is most recognised for his work with Ocean and Imagine back in the 80s for gaming. When he did, I've got a few of his games here. He did Cabal, Batman and the Caped Crusader, Choplifter, try and see some of the other ones that are of more note. Mikie, Mr. Wimpy was one I remember. Daley Thompson's Decathlon, that's a front cover. But the guy wasn't really into gaming, as far as I know. I believe he was given like a. This is mainly from listening to Alan Mainmeister. He was given a kind of brief as to what the company was looking for. He never seen the gameplay, and he just come up with what the front cover should look like. So what I might do is if I can add in what I'm attempting to draw, and you can see my reference picture. Let me just see if I can do that. I think I can just drag it in actually. If I go to download and drag this in to here, there we go. So this is Mikie cover. I'm going to attempt to draw this, not in one session. This is going to take a wee while. I'm not going to make any major changes to it. I'm just going to try and redraw the original Wakelin cover because there's some interesting concepts in there from an art point of view. And I'm going to talk about my week, and I'm going to talk about other subjects that I can think of. So let's get this started. I'm going to do this in about 10-15 minute sessions. I guess if I keep rambling on, I can just cut it and then upload two different vlogs. So I might time myself as well. There's the time down the bottom is 2 minutes 50, which is fine. So we'll get started. At the moment I'm using a program called Clip Studio. It's actually a great alternative to Photoshop, as it is so much cheaper than what Photoshop is. So just double check we're rocking and rolling here. Just changing my eraser seems to be not working the way I want it to work. It's not a big problem. I'll just do that. So we'll start with Mikey's face. I'm going to turn Mikie off. We'll just turn him off here, and you can still see that ring. I'm not going to edit these that much, so hopefully you can bear with me if I'm talking rubbish. But we'll start with Mikie, and then we'll do the other characters outside of that. Just going to grab this again. Don't want that. Want that. Want that up there. Go back to pen, and we'll start with Mikey's face. See how we go. So I like starting with eyes. It's just one of those things that I tend to do. Start with eyes and then kind of base all the, or with the main face, just the face in total I like to start with, because then I can try and decide where certain aspects are going. And I draw quite rough to begin with. My pen doesn't seem to be going where I want it to be going, but it's not a big deal. We will deal with it. So this week, what have I been doing? I have been busy at work as per normal. I'm just going to work, and the kids are finishing up for their Christmas stuff that's going on. That would be like all their clubs are coming to an end, and I'm hoping this is loud enough because when I played it back, it was a bit quiet, and my kids have stole their Blue Yeti back. So I'm just on my little microphone that's on up here, where you guys are, and yeah, so the kids have stole that back, which means I don't have that to use. So this week the kids clubs have been finishing up for Christmas. One of them's got a party tonight where Santa Claus, I'm sure, will appear, and they'll all have a good time. Waiting for Santa Claus to come and sing in Jingle Bells, Batman smells Robin laid an egg, and that type of stuff. And thankfully my daughter is old enough that I probably don't have to stay there for the torture. In fact, it's not a Santa Claus night. I think it's a movie night they're having, rather than a Santa Claus night. So I'm not sure what movie they're going to be watching. We'll wait and see. So I've been catching up with some of the guys I listen to, and listening to Dean Thompson on the way to work this morning. I'm just trying to get my proportions kind of right here. This is it always looks rough whenever I start, and then it's about fine tuning it as you go, because proportions are something quite difficult to achieve. I mean, his eyes are not correct, I don't think, in any way, shape or form, because his eyes should be about here, and that means his nose needs to move across a bit. Probably trying too much. But yeah, I've been listening to Dean Thompson. He seems to be back on form, back on track with his YouTube channel. That would be Vinnie Corleone or Escape to Gaming, who I watch quite often. He's a guy who stays out in Sacramento, California, I believe. And he's got quite a good following, and he's been doing it for a number of years, this YouTube business. So that was yeah, it's working. That's good. So what he was talking about was modern gaming versus older gaming, and what is your preference, and leave your comments. And I guess this is a wee bit of a video response to that. So my gaming time at the moment, as I've mentioned before, is very, very little. Not getting a lot of time to game at all. And I bought Red Dead Redemption, which I've mentioned previously as well, and it is gaming wise, it's a brilliant game. It's a really, really great game, but it's just such an investment of your time. And also it's like a good book. If you pick up a good book and you're reading that book, you kind of want to read that book through from start to finish. You don't want to be stopping halfway through and just having to pick it up weeks and weeks later. And with Red Dead Redemption, that's kind of what I'm having to do. I'm having to just pick it up and do a wee bit at a time, and I think his cheek is wrong. But I mean, I picked it up and I did, kind of a mountain pass to begin with, and you have to go and rescue John Marston, who you're obviously not John Marston. You're another character. I can't even remember my name in the game. And there's just so much to it. The keys are quite difficult to remember, and again, if you're not playing it often, you're not going to remember what all the buttons do. So modern gaming versus older gaming, and at the moment, the way that my life is, I definitely am preferring kind of older, pick up, have a blast type games. So a game I've picked up today, and I have actually been gaming today, and I'm hoping to get back on it. My wife's on the TV at the moment. Not that we do have more than one TV, but usually in the kids' rooms. But my PlayStation is set up the stairs in the living room, or lounge. I don't know what you guys call it across the world, but we call it a living room. And I bought a game called Beat Saber today. It's a PlayStation VR game, and it was just really good. It's a pick up, play, put down, leave, and come back to it at some point. I'm hoping, like I say, to get back to it today and have another shot because I need to lose a wee bit of weight. And this is kind of an energetic game where you kind of jump around, and that'll be good for me, especially if I can maybe get some weights for my arms. I think it'd be quite good. The only thing is I punched the wall by accident. I've realised that I've hit my 10 minutes already. I feel like I've literally just started talking, and I've already hit my 10 minutes. So I might make it 15 minutes because I don't think 10 minutes is going to be long enough for me to actually say anything of worth. We'll see. It might change from day to day. Every time I say I'm going to do something, I do it, and then I change it to something else. But at the moment, we're just carrying on with this Mikie drawing. I think I was saying, yeah, Beat Saber. So it's kind of lightsabers, and it's like Guitar Hero, but dance tunes, and you've to kind of smack the drums, and you've kind of got to do different moves, and it's kind of energetic, and it's pretty darn good actually. To be honest, I'm really enjoying it because it's energetic, it's good, it's not making me feel sick because quite a lot of VR games make me feel unwell, and this one is you're kind of just standing. You're not standing still. You're jumping around, but there's no motion. It's not like Skyrim where you're walking forward. You're just standing in one spot and you're kind of just doing this drum beat thing with these lightsabers and chopping up different things. Um, so yeah, it's pretty good. Just realised my neck is out of place there. So not sure how long these will be. Like I says, I'm just going to record and then see what's happening around the house, and it gives me something to upload. Rather than trying to finish like a big piece of art, I can just talk. Rather than just me talking to the screen out in the garage, I can just sit here, draw. You guys get to see some drawing, some reference to older games through doing kind of Bob Wakelin drawings, which is my kind of intention at the moment. But we'll continue this one on for a wee while. And time just seems to fly in when you're doing these kind of talking videos. It's quite cool how fast time goes, whereas a drawing video like the Ariana Grande one, I mean, that was hours of editing, whereas this is just going to be me drawing in the same real time. So yeah, modern gaming versus older gaming. Like I say, is this Beat Saber? It's kind of pick up, play. Red Dead Redemption is just not. Red Dead Redemption just requires you to put a lot of time in, and I just don't have that time. Or I do have that time, but I'm choosing to spend it learning to draw and learning and working on my drawings, because that's something that I can use. And it's a bit of a shame because Red Dead Redemption is not a bad game. It's not a bad game by any means at all. It's just huge. Mad Max is another one that Dean Thompson loves, and I can understand why. I've played a wee bit of that game, and I don't have the time to put into that to do it justice. So the games themselves are epic. Dean was mentioning the fact that it's remained $50 for games where he is since forever, and it's kind of the same here. Yes, back in the day, I used to be able to pick up a Spectrum game for a lot less, just a couple of quid, but most people didn't have that option in America, I believe. They were kind of the Commodore, but the Commodore games were like really pricey out there. I don't think they were as pricey here. But the Spectrum games you could pick up cheap. But when I got into Mega Drive games, the games were always expensive. They were never, from memory, anything other than 40 pounds, and we're up to maybe £50 now for a game here. So £50 is maybe about $70, I would guess, or maybe $80. I think I definitely played £50 for Red Dead Redemption, and so I don't know whether the games here are more expensive, but in terms of over the years, they certainly have not got any more expensive. And from that point of view, Red Dead Redemption is a huge game with massive amount of replayability. I mean, it's in 2 discs, but it's a story. It's like a book. You pick it up and you want to read the start, the middle, and the end. You don't want to be doing a wee bit and then you're just getting into it and you've got to go and do something else. And I guess I could devote some time to it, but with Christmas coming up, I just haven't had the time, and I've realised that I jumped there. So if I do jump, I hope it doesn't affect the audio, but I'll still upload this regardless. Um, so yeah, at the moment, modern gaming is is one of those things. It's everybody wants this epic, massive game, or online only, and you've just got to have a lot of time to invest in the games these days. It's not just pick up, blast, and play. Now, some of the indie games are, some of the indie games you can play, and all good. You pick up, give them a blast. I can't remember the one I was playing back when I had the PlayStation subscription. It was something like Pixel, and it was kind of a pixely game, um, given away by the title. And it was just pick up, have a blast, and leave it. And I'm going to go play this Beat Saber because I know I can pick it up and I know I'm not going to lose anything. When I played Final Fantasy VII back in the PlayStation 1, I played it to death because the story sucked me in and I just loved the whole thing. I loved the ability to um, go through this story, get involved with the characters, and with the drawings. I mean, this drawing needs work because that looks a wee bit like Mikie, but his proportions are all incorrect at the moment, and we'll need to work on that. His eyes are probably too big. The good thing about digital art is I can go and select a part of the drawing and scale it up or scale it down. But yeah, kind of losing my track. I'm jumping about a wee bit. So Red Dead Redemption's kind of been put in the back burner for the moment. This Beat Saber will take over. Get a wee bit of retro gaming. I've got my SNES Mini set up, which I want to get back to playing. And yeah, this week's been good. So there's a few thoughts on modern gaming. I might try to, excuse me, I was playing Beat Saber earlier on. I now need my inhaler because I was jumping about like a maddie. So I will probably continue talking about modern gaming and older gaming in another vlog, since this one started off just with this new format. What am I trying to do? Need some cheek lines here. And this isn't the type of art style that I would normally draw, but I like Bob Wakelin is a legend who I've only learned about recently. Excuse me. I did see his artwork back when I was a kid, but that was when I was a kid. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you guys are well, and wee Bob is gone. Bye.